with like, he was just fumbling the bag. That's why I've learned like, there's some people that you really cannot like do anything for.
Yeah.
You really gotta just let them struggle and figure it out. Because my baby brother was one of them niggas. He just felt like everybody owed him. And the minute that you would say some shit he didn't like, then all hell broke loose. Now you against him. No, nigga, we don't want you to be a bum.
Yeah.
And it was like, bro, you're the second to the last. Ain't nobody at home with you. What are you doing? And like, they kill me with that shit. And then once somebody feels sorry for them. No, get your ass up and figure it out.
You are more than able.
And whatever you got going on, take your ass to therapy, okay? And in some places, the shit is free on a sliding scale. So there's still no excuse.
I swear that's what he needs. He was like, people don't think I'm crazy. I was like, fuck what other
We
people
think you're crazy now. Take
Yeah.
your ass to therapy.
Yeah.
That's how you feeling. They gonna think. They already do think. Little do you know. We think your ass is crazy for not going, not going.
Yeah.
Stressing us all out.
And then he did like the PPP thing. He got like maybe $20,000 and blew that shit like
course.
in a month.
Of course. It was too many people doing that shit. I feel like the government knew, like, watch this. You want us to give niggas reparations. I feel like they gonna give it to us because they know it's gonna be a whole group of dumbass people that are gonna blow it and give it right back.
Yeah.
Because look at what these niggas was doing with the damn pandemic money. Getting rentals and dumb shit. Like, you could have went and got you a car, put that shit on Turo, and rented it out for yourself.
Yeah. When he first got out, he was cutting grass. He worked for this lawn company, so that's what he was doing in jail. So he liked it. I was like, go get your lawnmower, little edge thing.
Start your own shit.
I was going to spend $500. I said, even if you got to cut some people grass for free, they don't want a black person to cut their grass and know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you know how many Mexicans it is over here just doing that?
Yeah, and I don't give a fuck. They'll put all that shit in the truck and drive around.
Yeah.
I'm the queen of slapping my business on the side of some shit. I just created a QR code so that now, because I don't know why I didn't think of it, but I'm like, I'm always scanning shit. If it's a QR code, my nosy ass be scanning it. So I'm like, now when I update the car magnets, I'm going to go and put a QR code. Because all my target market knows, and I'm not against the older people or nothing, but my target market knows to scan the damn code.
Yeah.
Instead of me telling them, giving them the damn, like, you know, because everybody will get the number and then they'll get the text and the number. No, here's the QR code, here's everything, pictures, all that shit. And it's too easy now. Like, it's too easy in our generation to get the word out about ourselves.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, like, there's so much free information. If you don't get your ass on Google or get on YouTube, reach out to people. Not everybody is you know, a gatekeeper. Some people do want to help.
Yeah.
Me, I'm a person, I look for black-owned businesses first. Then if I can't find what I'm looking for, then I look into it.
Yeah.
And I think that we all collectively do that now. So it's like, keep playing. Vistaprint cars is cheap as hell. He could have went on Vistaprint, put got him some little car magnets. That's all I do. I be telling everybody, like, half the shit I got, I do that shit myself.
Yeah.
It ain't gotta be, especially for like lawn care, it don't gotta be fancy. Some people, that shit is too easy. Take some before and afters. And if you're just starting out, look, I'm just starting out. Let people know I'm just starting out. I'm trying to build up my clientele. These prices are temporary. You know, just as a means to get my name around and go up business in this day and time. Shit, I learned that taking hair classes. They'll tell you when you learn a new technique, the best way to get better is to practice that technique. Shit, put that shit up on discount. Let people know I just took a blah 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 class. I'm still new at this, so until I get where I want to be, this service is this much. Boom. I think too where people mess up is a lot of people are coming into any industry and they trying to charge what the vets are charging or people with a different skill set. Because some of these vets honestly don't deserve to be charged what they charge either. But just, you know, like they'll come in and they don't have the skill set, but they feel like, oh, everybody in my industry is charging this much. Yeah, but your work doesn't even look like it costs that much.
Yeah.
Work on perfecting your shit first. Then there's people that like it just come easy. and they sleep on their damn selves. And I'm like, there's people out here that are trash, that are getting more than you, all because you gonna wake your ass up. I'm with you. Everybody has a thing. They might not, even if they haven't discovered it yet, everybody has a thing. There's so much shit out here to do. And then there's a whole market. Like, think about it. All entrepreneurship is doing some shit somebody else don't want to do.
I see so much potential in him, but he don't want to get his ass up to do nothing.
That's the disappointing part, is when you used to see
we
it,
wasn't
but they
raised.
don't want
I'm like, where do you get? We wasn't raised like that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have my mom. I don't either. But that's what I asked.
I knew you was getting ready to say that.
I got, you know,
Yeah.
this nigga got 5 kids.
Oh yeah, he better stop that.
Detective Groom was interrupted by his colleague in the hall. Detective Marks.
Yeah, these kids is different. Ain't no, I'm just gonna take care of you because you're my daddy. No, nigga, you better figure it out. Get it together.
Okay.
These is recycled ass old people. These kids and came back and been like, oh no. Cause Stink be like, he wanna see me, that's cool. I'll go over there because my brother and sisters are there. I know you gonna go see your dad? You be telling them no. Remember his dad telling me, he's a kid. He don't have an opinion or an option. It's the fuck you do. When you made him an option, nigga, you became an option.
That's right.
What the fuck kind of shit you talking about? And his mama gonna tell me the other day, you should be glad that he's even trying because niggas leave. Bitch, if you don't go to him. Now all these stepdaddies out here, you over here trying to gaslight me into thinking, now when you got your own kids as stepdaddy, bitch, if you don't sit down, stop making excuses for this damn man. That's why he like this. Because you making excuses for that ghetto ass behavior. Okay, well, ma'am, I didn't grow up like that.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I had my daddy in the home and so did your son, so knock it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the day, your son is letting another nigga raise his child. And all of you are ass people like you. Okay, that's fine. But don't come over here trying to ask questions and shit. You don't get the right to ask questions.
That's all I want to know.
I just be full of shit.
Okay.
I be telling Nick all the time, I'm so glad that your mother is so non-problematic. Which, I mean, my ex's mom wasn't really problematic when we was together, but she teeters this weird ass line trying to be my friend. And you don't have to be my friend to see your grandson. I don't keep kids from nobody.
Okay.
The only way I'm gonna take a kid away is if you put him in harm's way. And you ain't dumb enough to do that. So it's crazy because now she don't be responding to him ever since I told her I was about herself. Cause now he won't ask, because I told him, I said, don't you ask for a fucking thing. You let them offer. But she hit him up one day like, oh, I'm gonna come get you next weekend. He's like, oh, I can't. I'm going to North Carolina with mommy next weekend. She never even responded. We went back a whole week. She didn't say shit. Mind you, we flew out last Friday. It is Friday tomorrow. I told him, I said, don't even let people show you who they are. So you go chasing none of that thing. It is not your responsibility.
And that's a shame when it comes to kids, so adults act like that.
Yeah, but he gotta, I'm so grateful for my in-laws because he don't worry about that with them. If my mother says she coming, she coming. If my mother-in-law says she coming, she coming. Yeah. So, they become the extra, not my in-laws. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you tell people, get your baby a stepdaddy. Stop playing. And I don't bash or do none of that. Nobody knows. A lot of people don't even know what the hell is going on. That man is not existent. And it be. She can say whatever you want to say. I don't defend myself. I don't give a fuck. Y'all know where y'all see this kid at or the fucking time. That's what I look like.
I got pregnant. My daughter's father ain't seen her for the first 2 years because he was mad he didn't want me to have a baby. And then I put him on child support.
Of course.
Yeah. I asked him for one thing. He a firefighter. I said, you got good benefits. Put her on your
Yeah, all I'm asking is put her on your insurance.
Oh, I can't. I gotta wait for open enrollment. I said, no, it's special enrollment when you have a child.
Hello.
I said, don't try to play.
Oh, he thought she was dumb.
Yeah.
Like you forgot who I was.
Like I do this.
Yeah, dead ass. You forgot who I was.
Yeah.
Let me remind you.
I said, don't worry about it. I'm gonna take care of it.
Mm-hmm. So did. And they're gonna require you to have insurance for your child.
And here his mama come. I ain't met her a day in my life. You for my son? I sure did.
I sure did, ma'am.
I said, that's how you raise your son and not be there for their kids?
Yeah. You wanna pay for it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because if you're not paying, fuck off my phone.
Yeah.
They kill me with that shit though. They be real silent until some shit happen they don't like. Where was this energy when she got here?
And his sister called me. I said, oh, you got your whole family calling me. Ain't nothing gonna change.
See me, I play Karen real well. So I'll be like I said, when she sent me the shit, she sent me that 2 weeks ago. I was like, I felt threatened. I'm requesting that I'm formally requesting that you no longer try to contact me. If you or anybody else contacts me on your behalf, I will be y'all will be pressing charges on you for harassment. Because I have now you have in writing, I said don't contact me. If you're slow as don't understand my language, you need to talk to somebody. But play that shit. Y'all ain't finna come out harassing me. Guess who phone ain't fucking ringing? Okay. Leave me out. But see, I think the problem too is those of us that be like real laid back, they think that we just like can be walked up. No, I just don't give a fuck to give you that energy. Right. Like, that's the difference. Like, I genuinely don't give a fuck because I don't like you.
She was like, you seem so quiet. Don't fuck with me. And you look quiet out.
Yeah.
I am quiet and I am chill. But
I'm still give you what you're asking for. I'm just not gonna act a fool when I do it. That's the difference. My granny got this saying, I'm not giving nobody the satisfaction of me cussing me out. You can make me look like the crazy one. You try. And it's always people that's loud and wrong as hell. Okay, well. Keep that. You should have gave your son his energy so that nigga what he was supposed to be doing.
Well, you know, he is that. I don't care.
Sounds like a personal problem.
You was the one raising them. You raised them to do this?
Hello. That's how I feel. And then the fact that, like, when they want to come to the rescue, are you serious, right? Yeah. And then what kills me is she even acknowledged this shit. Like, I know he don't see him like that. I went through the same thing. Thank you so much for giving that to me. So that I can go get back to children's court. Because y'all not going to be irritating my fucking spirit. And the funny part about it is I have full physical. So by law, I don't even have to let you know to see him. Here's no visitation order. The visitation order on the paperwork already says as determined by the physical parent. Man, and I don't have to do shit. You can't even go to court and say she don't let me. No. You have to actually file a motion for visit. Okay, stop fucking playing. And they know that. I don't know why you're playing with me. They know I'm smart as shit. I'm not gonna argue. Try to be over to black women. We ain't gotta be angry and shit. Play Karen. Why you think fucking throw rocks and hide her hands? Cause she played the fucking damsel in distress. Play the damsel in distress. Use your goddamn brain. You gotta be arguing with niggas. Fuck that. Or the people that come with them. No. And me, I don't argue at all. So by the time people even say anything to me, they be so angry they tell them themselves. Cause my homegirl was like, did she just admit? Yep, she sure did. Could take that shit right on the children's court. Thank you. Go ahead and give me sole custody, Your Honor, so I ain't gotta talk to these motherfuckers at all. Cause what do you need any kind of anything for? Your ass you don't do nothing. And then the worst part about it is he don't see him. He just texts him. So you just created a whole ass trail of receipts. Okay, thank you. That text message was March 20th. Nigga, it is April 6th. Knock it off. Ain't no way.
Still, he want to see my daughter. I make her available. She don't want to.
Yeah, that's me. I don't keep no kids.
Yeah.
From nobody.
Tell her, mommy, can you just come over here? Cause she got a brother too. Which he see his son more than he see his daughter. And I'm like, that don't make sense to me. You mad at me because of what?
Girl, that's them. He run behind that other. He think he gonna get his wife back. That's his problem. So he still see the other ones because he thinks she coming back. And baby, according to her Instagram, she ain't coming back. She looked like she ain't coming back. That girl been in the gym, skin fucking glowing, body banging, all that modest shit she was doing while she was married. Happy as hell, girl. I ain't seen her with a full shirt on yet. I'm not even mad at her about it. Yeah, it wasn't as crazy as you thought it was. I ain't got your ass about the Sunday place. Figured it out. Okay, girl, you look good, honey. That's the funny thing. So mama be trying to Get on the phone. You girl, you can't bash that lady to me. I don't know her. I have to tell her that. Stop telling me that them people business. I don't know her and I don't like it so I don't give a fuck to know. Okay? Because I'm not gonna say we don't exchange business around here. I'm not gonna tell you shit I got going on over here. Everything is peachy.
That's crazy.
And then just fucking amazing. I wouldn't give a fuck if I wanted to kill him this morning. Girl, no, he's perfect. Everything's perfect over here. Stop telling me about that bullshit over here. And then this nigga, we're family. We're not family. I don't know you. It's like the same kid, bro. I do not know you. Y'all need to look out for each other. When the last time you showed up? Okay. And she trying to tell me, oh, well, you know, because I thought I said, ain't nobody seen you or your ex-husband in 3 years. Well, you know, he spent all his personal time. My dad didn't start being pop off. That nigga was in the hospital about to die from COVID. He still was worried about his grandkids. So, my grandmother is 80. Will hop in the car in a minute and come pick up one of them kids. So, knock it off. If you're 40-something, 50-something, what's your excuse? You ain't got none, okay? And that's the thing, y'all got all fucking, my dad used to have the same, you got more excuses than a nigga going in here. Y'all can't never just say, you know what, you're right. Yeah, I mean, we've been slacking. No, it's always goddamn, such and such died 3 years. Well, you know, when 3 years ago, when such and such died, girl, that nigga done probably reincarnated into another person. Stop me up. He probably living a whole nother lifetime. Probably just got reborn. Okay? Leave me. He the dead out of it. Shut your ass up. Then they kill me because they want to, like, they're narcissists. They want to love bomb and buy him shit. He don't need nothing. My kid is not the kid that you can't win his affection with shit. Yeah. All the stuff I just be buying because the sky is blue, that man don't give a fuck about that. I tell everybody that please do not try to buy my son, man. He don't give a fuck. My mama would say Kim shopping just because she paid a credit card. So, and he one of the ones, he got a guy mama with no kids. So he get shit all the time. Yeah, so it's like all that little shit that you're trying to do to manipulate them does not work. Teach my kid no fucking be everybody's friends when they can buy you shit. I'm not my child. I'm not raising a loser.
Approximately 22 months old.
Say I like that.
This child had been hospitalized for the good portion of its life.
I've been going through, yeah, whatever.
Visit with the child almost on a daily basis. And
I feel like God brought them back around so he could show me, like, see, they still doing the same shit. Don't even let that shit bother me. So, like, sometimes that's really what it be. Like, you see somebody and be like, oh, yeah, y'all still ain't figured it out. Okay. And I be teaching, I have to teach my baby that, like, no, you really got to see them for who and what the fuck they are. Not what you want them to be, not what the storybook told you they was, not what they told you they was going to be. This is who the hell they are. And that's okay. But I've started to teach him too. You don't have to deal with that though. You don't owe nobody to put up with their shit. Yeah. Somebody hurt your feelings, you tell them about it, and they keep on hurting their feelings. Damn, they ain't your people. Get them away from you. And you don't have to be bitter about it. Oh, this is who you are. Okay.
Yeah, keep it pushing.
So they show you different. I'm telling that all the time. All the time. Look for receipts, son. They ain't got no receipts. Okay, well, then they still are who they are. I had somebody ask me that too. Like, why are you just be so unbothered? I was like, no, once you know who the hell people are, you ain't supposed to be upset about it. Yeah. How you mad at somebody for being themselves? No.
They done showed you time and time again.
Time and time again, ain't shit changed. Like, the problem is y'all be wanting people just because you can see somebody potential. They might not be that. They may have to die, come back to life 4 times. They might not even be that in this life. You over here got your feelings hurt and you knew. Exactly. I be having to tell my younger clients that all the time. No, whoever that is right now is who that person is.
Yeah.
Period. That's why our damn feelings be hurt, because we be having expectations, and people need to have their damn self.
Okay, they done showed us in our face clearly, time
Girl.
and time again.
And some people, they look you dead in the face and tell you they ain't shit. And you be like, no, but you, no. So let it go.
Yeah, take it for what it is.
Our friend Paul Goldman, hiding personal injury, comes under suspicion. Looks like you're gonna need some stitches here, Paul. These look like clean cuts to two of his fingers. The kind of injury often sustained by a night-wielding assailant. Investigators now have a new suspect in the murder of Faye's oldest, family friend Paul Goldman. But they're not about to tip their hat just yet. We didn't want him to think that he was a suspect at this point. We wanted him to be relaxed and to go about his life as long as possible. Then Faye Miller, who works in a hair salon, comes forward with her own suspicions about Paul Goldman.
Faye came to my hair salon all the time, like clockwork. She always wanted the same chair and the same stylist. You know, it was her therapy.
And you know Paul Goldman?
Unfortunately, yes.
You could tell that she didn't really care for Paul Goldman. She thought that Paul was a little too controlling with her sister, and that there was a little more there than it should have been there.
You know, I always found it strange. He'd call when she would come, and a lot of the times he'd call and she'd left.
Ruth Miller told us that on occasion, Paul would come with her. And on one particular occasion, Paul had gone in to use the bathroom, and Faye had said to her sister that he won't leave me alone.
She said, I can't stand it. He's always checking up on me.
Did she ever have anything with her?
Never.
It was apparent that Faye was very private because even her sister didn't even know for sure that there was an affair going on. But others who knew Faye and Paul had suspected as much.
But oh yeah.
Multiple family members told us that they believed that their relationship was potentially more than friends, and that there was a rumor among the community. Many people told us that not only had they seen them, but that Paul or Faye had then asked them not to say anything that they were together.
I haven't either. Girl, yeah.
I ain't seen none.
A relationship between the two of them.
I'm gonna ask her.
A
I ain't seen that either.
case.
But I told him, I was like, I'll probably just do the egg hunt We got all this outside.
Yeah.
Do the egg hunt, probably like buying some cupcakes or something. But they're doing a, what's it called today at school. They have a whole little event, which I'm grateful for at the daycare. So they got the Easter bunny come in. They'll do an egg hunt and shit outside.
Sewers.
Yeah, I had to take extra day for
That
my
they
daughter
had
too.
said in an arena we're at the time of the
So
homicide.
like the cool thing is they have that at least.
Yeah.
I don't feel too bad.
And also security, and they allowed us to use surveillance video from
Times are
that
so different.
time.
In the store, I just want to do shit. Every now and then I have like the little wild hair up my butt that makes me want to like do something for everybody, but people don't be pitching in. Fuck around, spend all this money. People will be like, oh, well, she didn't have, oh, and Charlotte didn't pitch in. They got a whole lot to say, huh?
Yeah. I'll be the one to come with 10 people.
Girl, yes. And see, like what I used to do, like even like the kids' birthday parties, I'd tell people like, look, I paid for this many kids, your kid included. If you want to bring an extra kid, you gotta pay for that. So that nigga behavior, trying to bring 15 kids with you, your sister kid, the homegirl kid, the neighbor, no. All on my dime. And people don't like the RSVP. Me, I ask questions. Like, even my friends are getting married. Is this a kid event? Because some shit don't be kid friendly. And I cannot stand when you have something and you be like, look, it's adults only. And it's that one or two people that got to bring a kid. Now you got to figure out where the kid going to go.
Yeah.
Me being respectful, now I can't listen to the music with the cuss words in it because your baby's sitting right here. I can't dance how I want to because your baby's sitting right here. I ain't gonna do it.
In the trash, we found.
Even my cousin, when she was getting married, I asked her, I said, is this a kid-friendly event? And she was like, yeah. I said, yeah, like that, I'm sure. There's a lot of people that don't be wanting kids at their weddings, and I understand.
Yeah.
And not everybody kids act like mine. And that's warm house. Shit, I got a homegirl getting married. She put me and Nick on the thing. I was like, okay, I'll find some for the kids to go for a day. And I know if I said something, she wouldn't mind, but that's extra mouth and shit you gotta feed. I'm not an immediate family. She already stressed out, girl. We alright. They see you every 2 to 3 weeks when you come get your hair done. They be okay. I'll show them a video. And my kids don't be feeling us out. They understand. They be like, oh, you guys see the video? Yep, sure can.
He's
Sure
on
can.
business. He's busy. He doesn't even return my
It be Junior. Junior cracks me up. Like when we went to Rolling Out, Junior was like, did you guys come home while I was asleep? I was like, yeah. He said, that's really rude of me. I said, girl, he was like, I said, what was rude about it? He said, it's really rude to come in the house when people are sleeping. I said, your papa was right there on the couch. He was like, yeah, but you and daddy was not. I said,
He's trying to wait up for you.
I guess that's what his issue is. I said, okay, well, mommy and daddy don't never go outside. And then I think too, we was gone like all weekend. So we literally would like get up, we get dressed, get them breakfast, you know, make sure they was all together. So all my dad had to do was take them where he was taking them to. And we'd be gone. And then by the time we came back, it was, you know, like 11, 12 o'clock. So Junior was not having it. Day 3, Ayana was like, I'm coming with y'all. Like, what are y'all doing? She's like, I want to go with you. I'm like, girl, it ain't even that kind of event. And I think in LA, it's 16 and up. So I was telling Nick, like, when Katie turned 16, I want to take her. He was like, no, this goddamn weed smoking here. Shit. She brought you her whole life. She ain't.
She, along with Paul's parents, was taken Paul to JFK Airport.
I said, shit, in the next 3 years, we want to know where these people are performing anyway. We might as well take them.
Paul's father had since returned from the trip, but Paul had not.
We knew Paul Goldman had a sickly child who was in the hospital. We knew that he had a wife.
It made me feel good. At least they know. Okay, I'm on dad beating it. What is happening?
She's not coming with you.
Yeah, he was like, I want to go with you. I'm like, yeah, no.
With Paul on the run.
I think if I had seen a kid there, I'd have been triggered. Like, I'm trying to get away from children.
Yeah.
We knew that we had to talk to.
That's why when I be telling y'all, like, oh, you can come on this and this day. There's going to be some kids here, though. I don't mind. like, shit, I be mine. Some people like, when I get one from mine, I don't want to be borrowing nobody else's. Okay? Shit. Especially if they get to crying and shit. Oh, no. I be triggered.
No answer to the door after knocking. It's dark. There's no lights on. There is a small window. Looks like a bathroom. I put my eye and look through the little hole where the cord of the blinds go, and I see something on the floor. Oh, boy. Twists and turns that were about to happen. No. Maybe it's just one thing. When I got sweet tarts ropes, that are both sweet and tart. Don't you want something that's both?
Who says you can't go for gold without going broke? Get the brands you want, the prices you want, whenever you want. TJ Maxx, where you can always afford to be you to the max.
Shingles. Some describe it as pulsing electric shocks or sharp, stabbing pains. This painful blistering rash can disrupt your life for weeks. A pain so intense, you could miss out on family time. The virus that causes shingles is likely already inside of you. If you're 50 years or older, ask your doctor or pharmacist about shingles.
Hiding out in France. His parents are the best chance at tracking him down, but it might be too late. Went into the bathroom, opened up the bathroom door, which was closed.
He don't want to go because he was like he wanted to pay for the tickets himself, but he just retired, so he's on fixed income. So I just told my cousin, I was like, just tell him that I got points on my credit card that he can use, and I'll pay for it. And my aunt sent a text out one this morning, a group text everybody talking about y'all need to step up for your grandparents and y'all each need to do it. Yes.
Girl, ain't that your daddy?
Yeah.
That's the shit that be pissing me off.
Talking about y'all each need to step up and send some money so they can go on this trip.
You need to. That's your daddy. How about that?
And she said because her and my cousin was paying for it. Y'all didn't get that $700 I sent yesterday?
Hello.
She said, oh, did you have to put that in the group text?
Yes, I sure did. You should put that in the group text.
Yeah.
Girl.
And she was texting me on the side talking about that was wrong.
No, you was wrong.
While the motive for
You
things
over here counting big pockets and shit.
after his parents'
Yeah,
suicide.
talking about she paying for the whole trip. Where am I money going?
Girl. I had a friend who just lost her sister. And the family is doing all kind of weird shit. Like, she opened up a GoFundMe. And the GoFundMe was originally supposed to be for the funeral of this sister. But her grandfather has like a plot, so her grandfather ended up like giving up the plot or whatever and paying for the funeral. But before he got ready to do that, mind you, this is an old ass man. He don't know what a GoFundMe is. He don't know social media, none of that shit. When her cousin's talking about she know her GoFundMe, she don't need that money. Like the grandpa was like, oh, so you trying to like get me? And we and her talked about it, and she was like, I guess they forgot to like, I just got 2 kids I gotta take care of. Yeah. And I think too, what upsets me about like the current state of family is like, a lot of us is the matriarchs and patriarchs, and the old people are still alive.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all done fucked up the economy, y'all done fucked up everything, and then y'all want us to come and play Captain Fix It. And y'all didn't teach us shit about it.
That one.
We have been told
No,
by
I-
various people
excuse
that
me?
are familiar with Paul Goldman
Y'all
that
need to
he
know
had
how to
trouble
do shit,
controlling
man.
his anger.
And want us to be respectful at the same time. After they didn't talk to us damn stupid.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
He must have grabbed the knife, the struggle ensued.
It's literally like the parents will just skip. The same way they be like, I feel like the same way half of them was when we was all younger. We was always at grandma and grandpa's house. Now we take care of grandma and grandpa. Okay, so where do you niggas come in?
And what I do, I don't have to just, oh, I did this, I paid for this, I did that. I'm doing it out the kindness of my heart because I want to. Not you asking me, I need to give.
Yeah. Shit, truth be told, you could have went in and been like, my mama's not even here, so y'all can pick it up.
The French authorities located Goldman in Grenoble, France, and took Goldman into custody.
I hate that. I think that is so rude. Getting excited.
Right?
It's like I got so many clients with stories of like them taking care of their grandparents before they passed. And I'd be like, oh, well, you know, like, does your mom live out of state? No. What? You ready to get it wrong way. And I got so many clients in Mongolia. They be like, oh, yeah, they be on the phone, oh, yeah, I already see grandma rent. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Prison cell.
Where is your mama?
France.
Pissing me off. And be the first ones trying to tell us about, let God forbid when they die. Well, I don't want, and my daddy would have wanted. How you know that? You wasn't there. You had me doing everything. All the conversations you supposed to be having with your mama or your daddy, I was having them.
Honestly, the way it made everybody feel was complete and
And they got a cousin went through that very thing. Her grandmother died, and all of a sudden everybody had opinions and shit. And she was like, that's not what she wanted. Well, I want this, this, and this. Okay, well, you need to shove out some money because grandma told me this is the kind of situation she's in.
With Paul and Faye both dead, her family and friends will never know the truth for her murder.
People started concentrating on Irina. A lot of people in the community blamed her.
Irene was charged with hindering the apprehension of Paul Goldman. She pled guilty and received 6 years, 11 and a half months in the county prison, which she did.
We should all remember Faye for being the victim that never got justice for her crime. And I think it was more like a tragic Russian story out of a book. But this is a true story. It's not a novel.
Thank you for watching Investigation Discovery on Demand.
He was wrapped in a sheet, and he was only wearing underpants.
It will take a few days for the medical examiner to confirm the identity of the body. But Joel claims to know who it is. Michelle's second husband, Byron Wright. He hadn't run off with a younger woman. He hadn't abandoned his family, his cars, or Michelle. He's been right here all along. And Michelle went on with her life, never expressing an ounce of remorse for what she had done.
Michelle was put in jail. She was charged with second-degree murder.
As I was hearing that information, I thought, how could I have been so stupid? Like, how could I have not seen what actually happened? Like, we didn't have a good relationship, and I knew she was not a great person. And somehow still, like, I let the fact that she was my mom kind of blind me a little bit.
In July 2014, prosecutors present their case, laying out their version of events that led to Michelle killing her second husband.
And I think that what led to the murder, she was probably losing control. Michelle, somehow, some way, wasn't feeling like she was getting what she wanted. She just wanted to control all the money.
I think Byron got tired of her, finally saw through all the BS, and was more than likely getting ready to divorce her, and she would have nothing again.
We speculated that maybe she got him drunk and he was passed out in the bed. I think he was just voice attacking that.
Michelle buries him in the yard. Joel doesn't learn about the body until sometime after he marries Michelle in 2007.
Michelle, she stabbed Byron, and at the time I thought it was a woman, and so in my mind, knowing her after what he had coming,
Michelle told him that this body might be discovered and they put it somewhere where nobody could find it.
So Joel visits Mike Heasley and Walter Shue. Together, the three men dig up the body and rebury it. Autopsy results and documentation, including a receipt for 4 truckloads of dirt, seal the case.
it was basically pretty much overwhelming evidence.
On July 11th, 2014, Michelle Donahue pleads guilty to the murder of Byron Wright.
Yeah, she's a sociopath. There was nothing in her that even dictated that she was sorry for what she'd done. She was just upset that she had been caught.
My mom is cold. My mom is a sociopath. My mom is not a mom, basically.
The three men who reburied Byron's body, Joel, Mike, and Walter, are not charged.
There would be a charge like rendering criminal assistance or unlawful disposal of human remains. The statute of limitations is up for those crimes.
Did you even hear? Oh, no.
Money. Everything she did had to run around money. Nothing good could be said of any of her reasons or actions. It's all such a dark
30th, 1997. An unidentified body.
There was other circular marks on her body. Never seen anything like that before.
Launches a desperate hunt for a cold-blooded killer.
We took a shot in the dark, and she just started telling us everything that she witnessed.
But opening this portal reveals a violent betrayal.
But she threw him under the bus, so he was going to return the favor.
A horrific truth straight out of hell.
That was the moment that kind of clicked.
It was like the worst day of my life.
Shut up.
All murderers are dead. Some part of Mongo. A once thriving center of the lucrative auto industry. By 1997, Pontiac, Michigan's prosperous days are long since gone. For 26-year-old Carol Giles, these turbulent streets are home. And while her new job at St. Joseph Mercy Hospital may not be glamorous, it's a job she's grateful to have.
Hey, Jess.
This was Carol's first on her own job.
St. Joseph Mercy Hospital, how can I help you?
When she started at St. Joe's, you could tell she felt more independent woman.
Thank you so much. Alright. She wanted to be a nurse, and when she started working in the neonatal unit, have you guys seen the students and babies? So cute. She loved babies, and she just loved that environment.
Carol's new job at St. Joseph's also comes with an unexpected perk.
I'm just gonna go check on a patient. Be right back.
At the hospital, Carol meets Tim Collier. He's young, he's good looking, he's in good shape. He takes a liking to Carol.
The single, charming 28-year-old Tim Collier is new in town. And his bold advances hit his target like a bolt of lightning.
He originally came from California and had some family in Flint, Michigan that he spent time with. And then he obtains a job working in the hospital in Pontiac, where Carol Giles is also employed.
He came up there on the floor, they would talk. It was innocent for a while, then it turned into a little bit more. He was that aggressive, I'll do whatever, bad boy. And I think that's what got her into him, because she wanted that bad boy.
These guys became more involved with each other. He started to plant the seed in Carol's mind that their life could grow together, they could be in love, they could get on with their life.
There's just one small problem standing in their way.
He wants to have a relationship with her, but obviously.
Carol's steamy affair is a betrayal of the man she publicly vowed to love and cherish. 41-year-old Jesse Giles.
My mom, she went through some hardships, had issues with her home life. Need a hug?
Yeah, I miss you.
You missed me. When she met my father, things got better for her. They moved in together, and he took care of her and made sure that she was able to do the things that she wanted to do. Hey kids, Daddy's home. Show me your artwork.
My dad was like a leader of the family. When you came in his presence,
Hey y'all, what's up guys?
I don't care what you went through in that day, he's gonna make you smile.
I love my family.
He was just good to everybody. He was a very good provider.
That's how.
Since the day they met, there's no one he's taken better care of than his wife, Carol.
Carol was one of those people who could talk to him and it'll make him laugh because she's like snapping back at him when he says something smart. So I think their attitudes just clicked with each other. They were two peas in the pot, as people say. And with my dad, Jesse, she actually turned into this young lady who felt like she was home and with a family that cared. You could tell the big difference from when I first met her. She was a more open person. She felt more comfortable to be who she really was inside.
to Jesse's 2 teenage children. And before long, the couple had 2 more kids of their own.
She was a good mother. With me, as her stepdaughter, she made it clear, you're part of my life and you're my kids.
I loved her to death. She was always there for me. She did everything that a mother should do. We were spoiled. Honestly, we got everything that we wanted.
With Jesse, Carol also has everything she could ask for, until his health takes a precipitous decline.
His diabetes was getting really bad. We had a couple scares to where we thought we were gonna lose him. And then my father had a stroke.
He just kind of went limp and we didn't know what was going on.
After that, it's a lot he couldn't do like he used to.
Did you take her?
And it kind of hit the family hard because to us, that's our lion, that's our strength. And for him to be down, it was like, what do we do?
As a result of the stroke, Jesse loses the use of his left arm and becomes dependent on his young wife. It's a burden no one could prepare for.
Carol seemed to start getting frustrated with the things that she would have to do to help him. They would argue a lot.
Turnover.
They came together when it came for the kids, but as far as each other, they were really distant.
He's not capable of doing the things that they used to do. As Carol goes on and to being the nursemaid, she's feeling like she's 100% tied to the house to the kids.
Carol's job becomes her only outlet from her troubles, filling her with a sense of pride and achievement, while her passionate affair with Tim Colley makes her feel wanted and desired.
Carol was a mother of life at a young age, so she started just wanting to live a little more.
Carol was looking for someone to love, to be her own age, to do things with. She was the upset housewife telling Tim her problems at home.
Jesse, to his wife's increasingly suspicious behavior.
My mom was going out more and taking more phone calls secretly and things like that, and just not home as much. What else do you want from me? Probably what precipitated to him kind of having suspicions that something was going on.
One thing my dad taught me, loyalty is something you have to have. She was not loyal to it. She admitted about Tim. That's when my father Jesse said to her, you can leave, but my kids are staying.
Those are my kids too.
Carol was very upset. I was there. They got into a really bad argument.
I believe that once my father told her that you can leave but not take the children, that's what made her say that she would stay in the relationship because she wanted to keep my brother and I. And so she said that she was no longer involved with Tim.
Not a month later is when everything just took a left turn.
This panic call to 911 sets off a twisted chain of events that will leave more than just one family broken.
He came out and started telling the investigators about a murder that no one knew about.
If she could have left like she wanted to, she would still be here.
We're not gonna know.
They're gonna need one just
HGTV Monday, it's the season finale. Your final challenge can help you score the big win. Go! The winner is Rock the Block season finale Monday at 9 on HGTV.
Some chews only last a month, but Bravecto lasts 12 weeks, nearly 3 times longer.
Only Bravecto protects from fleas and ticks nearly 3 times longer than the other chews. That's 12 weeks of protection. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurological disorders. With nearly 3 times longer protection, why use anything shorter? Bravo, Bravecto. Bravo.
At Ace, your backyard is right in our backyard. So when you need to feed your grass, stop on by. You can also order online for curbside pickup or get what you need delivered today. Around the block, when you need a stock, it's service so good it's guaranteed. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
To help protect from HIV, I PrEP without pills. With Apretude, a prescription medicine used to reduce the risk of HIV without daily PrEP pills. With one shot every other month, just 6 times a year. In studies, Apretude was proven superior to a daily PrEP pill, reducing the risk of HIV. You must be HIV negative to receive Apretude and get tested before each injection. If you think you were exposed to HIV or have flu-like symptoms, tell your doctor right away. Apretude does not prevent other sexually transmitted infections. Practice safer sex to reduce your risk. Don't take Apretude if you're allergic to or taking certain medicines that may interact. Tell your doctor if you've had liver problems or mental health concerns. If you have a rash or other allergic reactions, stop Apretude and get medical help right away. Serious side effects include allergic reactions, liver problems, and depression. Some of the most common side effects include injection site reactions and headache. You must receive Apretude as scheduled. Ask your doctor about long-acting Apretude
And PrEP without pills.
Say it at Apretude.com.
Why burn a candle when you can switch to Airwick Essential Mist? It's the portable and modern way to transform fragrance infused with natural essential oils into a mist. Upgrade to Airwick Essential Mist.
Sis, I'm turning into a mom. This sweater back. Oh, my super soft skin. See, Jergens original cherry almond lotion.
Smooth.
Mom will be so proud.
I like one big baby butt. And energizing citrus body butter. Jergens.
Charmin. No wonder I don't feel as clean.
Here's Charmin Ultra Strong.
My bottom's the same.
With its diamond weave texture, Charmin Ultra Strong cleans better with fewer sheets and less effort. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Why do dermatologists worldwide recommend La Roche-Posay? Effective skincare like La Roche-Posay Double Repair Face Moisturizer delivers double action to help repair skin's barrier and provide 48-hour hydration for healthy-looking skin. La Roche-Posay.
What is it about the first 4 days of the season that makes you feel lighter than air? No matter where you are, when it crosses your path, you'll feel compelled to take to the road and see where it leads. The first step begins at the Lincoln Spring Sales Event, going on now for a limited time. Come to TurboTax and don't do your taxes. Meet with an expert who will do them for you. So you can do not taxes. Intuit TurboTax, 100% expert guaranteed.
How do you do? Wednesdays at 9 on Discovery.
On September 28, 1997, the West Bloomfield Township Police Department receives a panic call from 26-year-old Carol Johns.
So around 2 o'clock, Carol comes back from her shopping trip. She sees Jesse's on the floor. She calls 911. 911 walks her through CPR instructions. At that time, the first EMS and police officers arrived. No. When they got there, he was cold to the touch. And
The fact that she asked him like she wasn't a nurse, her damn stuff.
CPR was discontinued.
Come on now.
My brother and I were both gone with family members. We pull up to my house and there's an ambulance, there's police. My mom's crying. Jesse, wake up! And it was like, your dad's gone. And it didn't click at that moment. I didn't understand. So I go in the house and they had the door open to my dad's bedroom and all I saw was just my dad on the floor, and he was gone. And so that was the moment that it kind of clicked, like, okay, you know, my dad's gone. And
like the worst day of my life to lose my father that day. That was my dad. That was my best friend.
Jesse Donald Kemp is a devastating loss for his family. But it is also easily explained.
He had quite an extensive medical history. He was 150 pounds. He had diabetes. He had a stroke. He had some heart conditions.
EMS didn't raise any flags. I don't think any investigator in the state, given this guy's history, his size, and the condition he was found in, would have thought anything unusual about this death.
The first thing I screamed out is someone did something. And I felt that from the beginning. That somebody did something to my dad. They thought I was just emotional, hurting inside, and they didn't want to believe it.
Now a widow, Carol must find a way to move on. Not just for herself, but also for her and Jesse's 2 young children.
Immediately after Jesse Giles' death, Carol started notifying family and friends of what had occurred. One of those friends that she notified is Nancy Miller.
45-year-old Nancy Miller has known both Jesse and Carol for years.
Nancy had always been around. She was a good friend of my mom and dad.
My dad loved her to death. She was really sweet. I mean, oh my gosh, she was a wonderful woman. Nancy was a character. She always made people laugh. Always made people comfortable.
Nancy, scoot over. Yeah, the right one.
She wanted to be a nurse and learn to help people. She was on the dean's list in her nursing school.
While she finishes her training, Nancy makes ends meet waiting tables at a local restaurant, a place called South Boulevard Station.
That's where she first met Carol. They got talking because Carol would be sitting reading books, and Nancy loved mystery novels, and that's what Carol was reading. Nancy thought the world of Carol.
After Jesse passes away, it's Nancy that Carol turns to most for support.
Nancy got a phone call, and she was real upset. She got off the phone, and Nancy says, "Oh my God, Jesse's dead. I have to go over and help Carol. I have to go be with Carol." That's when Nancy went over there and decided she was going to stay over there to help Carol get through all this, help her with the kids.
So Nancy moved in with us. She was like a nanny to my brother and I. She helped us get ready for school and, watch us and things like that. She kind of picked up the slack because once my father passed, that's when my mother began to change. She started interacting with us a little less. She wasn't helping with homework as much as she was before, and it was just like little things that started to change. It made me feel uncomfortable.
Then, just 3 weeks after her husband's passing, the grieving widow stuns her family with a shocking announcement.
She said that her friend was moving in. This friend was in college. She said he was just gonna move in and sleep on the couch. He didn't sleep on the couch. He slept in my father's bed. As a child, I didn't understand what was going on. I just lost my dad. I was still grieving, and then just here comes this man. Didn't know who he was. I didn't understand why he was there. I didn't understand why my dad's gone, and this man is coming into my life.
Tim doesn't waste any time making himself right at home.
So I was an adult, so I had my own place. But Nancy told me everything I needed to know about Tim. That he was in the home. Tim was wearing my father's jewelry, driving my father's truck. He just took over.
She always wanted to please him. It was always, he said something, she jumped. She has to do what he says first. She was just under his spell.
As Tim takes control, the house grows tense, and Nancy soon realizes she is caught in a volatile situation.
Tim always had this weird demeanor about himself. He just always seemed like paranoid and nervous and upset about something. Nancy and Tim didn't really get along. He seemed to just have a dislike for her.
Nancy became a protector for Jessica and Jesse Jr. And I believe she was kind of stuck with nowhere to go. She didn't want to be there anymore, but she did not want to leave Jessica and Jesse Jr. In that situation.
To make matters worse, Tim begins lobbing wild accusations, putting the two women in an uncomfortable situation.
He believed that Nancy and my mom were having an affair.
I think it was more of a jealousy, Carol and Nancy. They were clinging to each other, and he wasn't getting that attention from both of them that he wanted.
Have you had a chance to think about what we talked about?
In Tim's jealous mind, there's only one way to resolve the situation.
All of a sudden, there was pressure from Tim for those three to have a threesome.
Nancy was scared of Tim, so she immediately said no.
Why not comfortable now?
Tim got angry because in his mind, you don't tell me no, you do what I say. Nancy wouldn't do that. She just kept saying no, and that really made Tim mad.
1 month after Tim moves in, he decides to take Carol to meet his family in California. In the midst of their vacation, they receive an upsetting call from Nancy.
Nancy calls one day and tells them that someone broke in, sold a VCR and TV. Tim starts to question, knowing that it's possible that maybe Nancy had actually needed the money for something and had stolen it or something.
The next day, Tim and Carol cut their vacation short. And their unexpected arrival home in Michigan catches Nancy off guard.
We came home from school. Nancy was there. My mom was there. Tim was there.
I didn't expect you back so soon. Well, surprise. I actually have to get to work. Oh, well, I'll drive you.
We all got in the car. Nancy, my mom, my brother, and I. And I never saw her again.
Getting to the Stanley Cup final was nothing like it. It's a hard grind. All you keep thinking about is I gotta lay everything on the line.
Whoa. They get these things to smell so good. Must be magic. Pepsi Ultra Strong with Fabuloso Scent.
An important message for Americans aged 50 to 85.
How's John? Oh, much better. That was quite a scare.
I was thinking about a lot of things, like life insurance. If something happened to either one of us, we'd really be in trouble. But where can we get coverage with John's health problems on a fixed income?
Go with the sure thing. Colonial Penn.
Friends have been telling friends about Colonial Penn guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance for more than 50 years, and with good reason. If you're between the ages of 50 and 85, it's a sure thing. Your acceptance is guaranteed because full benefits are not paid in the first 2 years. You don't need a physical exam, and you won't ask about your health. You cannot be turned down. And the price? Options start at $9.95 a month, less than 35 cents a day.
I don't know. What if the price goes up as we get older?
With Colonial Penn, your rate is another sure thing. It will never increase. That's because it comes with something you won't find in other policies. A lifetime rate lock. The rate you start with is the one you keep. Guaranteed. And you should know, this coverage can last a lifetime. Some insurance policies end once you reach a certain age. Not this one. As long as you pay your premiums, it's yours for life. Call the number on your screen now, and we'll send you free information by mail. You have nothing to lose, because at Colonial Penn, your satisfaction is another sure thing. Every policy we issue.
Cause they like to like kick it like in that little bush thing right there by the door. And so you open the door and they just fly out at you. Like, hey bro.
There's no obligation.
Or they like to sit on the rail right there next to my door. Like, that's cool when the door open. Can y'all move around?
Same time next week.
Scare the shit out of everybody.
Call
You feel slow as hell walking out my front door ducking because I ain't got damn birds right there.
beneficiary plan. That's 1-800-362-2299. There's no obligation. 1-800-362-2299. Call now.
Like that. My color, my comfort, my pigment, incredible, invincible. Only the bold, only the whole. Out there. Color like you own it. Own it. You wear my color same way English did. Our house is on fire.
Disasters can happen to anyone.
The lights are upside down right now. It was really hard. But we're gonna take it from here and make it better than it ever was.
Renovation 911, all new Tuesday at 9 on HGTV.
You've been injured in an accident. Your entire world is upside down. And you feel like things may never be right again. Don't fight through the stress, pain, and uncertainty alone. Call me, and I'll help you turn your world right side up again. And remember, when it comes to your personal injury case, anyone can fight. But at calljacob.com, we win.
Accident, going to be call Jacob. I'm running. Call Jacob.
It was my first accident ever. I was like shaking, I was so scared. When I first reached out to Jacoby and Myers, I didn't know if I had a case or not. As soon as I got a hold of my attorney, she was very, very nice, very kind. Because of Jacoby and Myers, I don't have that pressure to worry about a medical bill or things like that. If I know of any accident, I'm like, call Jacoby and Myers, they'll help you.
If you've been in a serious accident, we are here for you. Call Jacoby and Myers. Justice for you since 1972. Don't miss all new episodes of The Jones with all its guest stars and more. Impractical Jokers, all new tonight at 10 on the networks of True TV and TBS.
I'm Donnie Walker. Very Scary People is back on ID.
This is the guy who walked around in a suit and tie, but look at the monster that he really was.
They were the apex predators among us. Monsters, sometimes hiding in plain sight, who left a legacy of darkness in their wake.
This weird bottomless pit of horror.
Very Scary People. All new season premieres Sunday, April 16th at 9 on ID.
November 1997. On a snow-covered access road alongside the banks of the Flint River, unsuspecting fishermen make a terrifying discovery.
The 911 call said that some fishermen had found what they thought was bodies. They saw a foot coming out of a wrapped up blanket.
The deceased person was lying in a trailway going to one of the rivers. When we observed the body, myself, Sergeant Stafford, it appeared to be a white female. She was wrapped in a comforter blanket with a floral pattern. She had on a sweatshirt, black work pants. She appeared to be beaten around the face and neck area. There was other particular marks on her body. We could determine what it was. I'd never seen anything like that before.
There was a gun, but she didn't have gunshot wounds. We also noticed that some of the positioning of the body didn't quite this was definitely a figure out that we had a secondary crime scene somewhere else. This is where the murder took place.
There was a smell of gasoline, and it appeared that somebody had tried to attempt to burn the body, but was unsuccessful. She's classified as a J-No, and we have no identification or any positive ID. The shirt was one of the biggest clues we had, because on that sweatshirt was the name of a restaurant. I believe it said South Boulevard Station.
Over an hour away at the South Boulevard Station restaurant, the mood is unsettling. No one has seen or heard from 45-year-old Nancy Billiger for nearly 48 hours.
She probably worked for me for about 10 years. She was very upset about something the last time I talked to her. I expected to see her the next night. She worked almost every day, but she didn't show up and didn't call.
Nancy never missed work.
So Carol had called my mother and asked if she had seen Nancy, if she hadn't seen Nancy yet.
Hurry.
Of course, everybody starts getting worried.
It was Friday night, it was very picture of my know I could identify the person. And it wasn't good.
Nancy's co-workers believe she has been living with a friend named Carol Giles, a recently widowed mother of two. But they say Nancy's been on edge ever since Carol's boyfriend, Tim Collier, moved in.
The Tim guy he was trouble. He was in trouble. And at that time I told her, I said, you need to get away from this situation. It needs to be done better. And actually at that time she agreed.
We obtained the address of Carol Giles, and then we went to that residence to try to get contact with Carol. I asked her who she is. She says she's Carol Giles. I asked her the last time she saw Nancy Billiter, and she said she's seen her on the 11th.
Witness said he dropped her off here on the 12th.
Now that you mention it, I think it was Thursday morning.
As soon as her story changes, she admitted that she'd actually been there as of 1:30 a.m. on the 13th. Then I knew my timeline got a lot smaller.
There is something about Carol's demeanor that raises a red flag for the detectives.
She's very timid. She never asked why we were stopping her. She never asked, what do you want? She didn't have any curiosity, but she was cooperative. We asked her for something, she lets us do it. Get her to give us consent to search her house.
As Detective Shanlon keeps Carol occupied, Sergeant Chuck Melky searches for signs of foul play.
I'm doing a quick cursory search through the house. Downstairs, I found all these syringes around and some other items. But the biggest one was the floral sheet that matched what the deceased was wrapped in. We found in Flint, just a few hours ago. It was a dead giveaway.
Back outside, every word Carol utters is being carefully examined.
She was playing coy with Sergeant Shanlon. I really don't know what happened. I don't know where she's at. After telling me, Kevin, I saw her shoulders kind of shrunk down. Maybe an exhale of a breath.
One of the detectives called me because they needed someone to pick me kids up. Then proceeded to tell me about Nancy. To find out she was dead. It was like another blow. First my dad and my real good friend of his that stayed in the same home. Like, what's going on here? Like, I don't have any answers.
Those answers, and what she has to reveal, will stun investigators and prove evil comes in all sizes.
I told him I pretended, but I didn't tell him what I was. If you're like me, you're sick of underwires. Well, Nix makes wireless rods that you will love. They're supportive, they're comfortable, and you get up to an H cup. Join the millions of women who have switched to a wireless rod. Find yours at Nix.com.
Ooh, we're firing up the Chewy app. Can't say no to these prices. Comfy litter? Resounding yes. Salmon pate. Love that for me. Essentials? Check. Ooh, that's perfect. Toys. When we did it, I feel so accomplished. Pet me, please. Okay, that's enough. Now back to me time. Love you.
Great prices, happy pets.
Chewy.
1-800-PACK-RAT makes meeting and storage simple. Whether you live in town or across the country, get an online quote for our secure, convenient, and affordable moving and storage solutions. Visit 1-800-PACKRAT.com today.
On a very special TV day.
I didn't make the dance.
What do I always say? Switch your car insurance to a resident you can save money. You better know.
eye cream is 10 times more potent than over-the-counter and prescription alternatives, so you'll finally see a difference. My stomach remains See for yourself at newsly.com/TV.
Zillow Home Loans turns finders into keepers. With a fast, transparent process and no hidden fees, there's no place like Zillow Home Loans.
You want to order it? Why not make it? Go full speed. No half speed. Go big, biggest. The new KitchenAid bowl stand mixer has the capacity and control to get started wherever you're starting from.
Popeye's bone-in chicken gives you a spot, and our biscuit did it again. The Popeye's choose 2 pieces of our signature bone-in chicken, or our 8 pieces of our nuggets. Pick 2 of them.
Full health questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed. So call them now for free information.
Call 1-800-354-4539 for your free information and free gift. That's 1-800-354-4539. 1-800-354-4539. Call now.
I'm Donnie Walker. Very Scary People is back on ITV. This is the guy who walked around in a suit and tie, looking at the monster that he really was. They were the apex predators among us. Monsters, sometimes hiding in plain sight, who left a legacy of darkness in their wake.
Just this weird bottomless pit of thoughts.
Very Scary People. All new season premieres Sunday, April 16th at 9 on ITV.
Hours after discovering the body of Nancy Hilder, beaten and discarded on the banks of the Flint River, detectives bring her best friend and roommate, Carol Giles, in for questioning.
When we got back to the station, the sergeant and I interviewed her in one of our interrogation rooms, and she couldn't have been more forthcoming. She was very cooperative. It didn't take a great deal of effort to get her to tell us what happened to Nancy.
Are you telling the truth today to me now?
As we continued to talk, Carol basically broke down. She just started telling us everything that she witnessed that her boyfriend Tim had done.
The more I went over it in my mind, the worse and worse I felt. I'm really talking that.
She claimed that she came home. Tim and Nancy, they were together downstairs in the basement. They were still arguing about Nancy being involved in breaking in the house and stealing things.
This is actually complete. Timmy thinks that Nancy is trying to cover it up or lie about, what happened. And he's kind of interrogating her.
He wants to know where, he's gonna ask her where and stuff, because he knew that she had
Just how Nancy was tied to the bed with nylons.
that's all Tim was just telling her.
Tim was beating her.
Go back upstairs. He points a gun at her. She goes back upstairs. And then about 10 minutes later, Tim comes upstairs and tells her, no, she didn't. And Carol thinks at this time that Nancy's probably dead.
I was more worried about what I can about. Who was going to be doing it?
She claimed that she was in fear for her own life.
Whatever happens to me, just make sure that, I love you.
To back up her claims, Carol directs the detectives to a veritable mountain of physical evidence.
We have the curtain we cut off the house. We have the bag. That's a carpet bag. Plastic, black.
found a mattress in the attic of the garage that was bloody.
We expected to find these things at the house based on Carol's statement, and we did find them.
Tim Collier stands accused of murder by his girlfriend. Police worry that they have a dangerous man on the loose.
I knew he was trouble. When you see this man walking towards you, you will get out of his way.
And surveillance units stayed on the house because Carol said there was a good chance that he would come back in. At about 4 o'clock, Tim Collier did arrive, and he was taken hostage.
In the early morning hours of November 15, 1997, Tim Collier is arrested and brought to the West Bloomfield Township Police Station. There, he is led into an interrogation room of his own.
I went in to interview him, and he really didn't have a whole lot to say. I basically told him what Carol Johnson told us. And another 9-page statement in front of me, and he just had very little reaction to it at all.
He was hardcore. He wasn't giving up anything. He was denying everything.
I asked him point blank, did you kill Nancy? And he said, why would I kill her? And I said, he did it. He didn't show any outrage or anything accused of this. I asked him, why would your girlfriend put all this on you? And he said, I'd like to hear her say that in court. That's how confident he was. Because he had instructed her, like, you know, as long as we don't say anything, we're good. They have nothing they can use against us.
Tim Collier behaves like a man who thinks he's untouchable. So investigators turn their attentions back toward this prime witness, Carol.
Then a decision was made to take Carol to a women's shelter because we believed that she was a victim of long-term domestic abuse and that she actually had been threatened during the incident when Nancy was killed.
He did make a point to bring her over to where he was locked up.
I'm sorry. I love you.
Tim starts to realize in the hours afterwards that something's wrong. He doesn't see Carol there. He saw Carol leaving. He starts to put 2 and 2 together.
Next day, Sergeant Ferguson was walking through the jail area, and Tim Collier asked her, is Carol Giles in here? She says, no, should she? And he says, hell yeah, she should be in here. Then he says he wants to talk to the detective that he talked to last night.
So I come in, I advise him of his rights again, and he says that Carol was an active participant. And I said, well, you know, she gave it up last night when you, well, why didn't you call me? Then he says, well, why didn't you ask her about her killing her husband?
That day, everything changed. Like my life was turned upside down.
Disasters can happen to anyone.
Their lives are upside down right now. It was really hard. But we're gonna take it from here and make it better than it ever was.
Renovation 911, all new Tuesday at 9 on HGTV.
The virus that causes shingles is sleeping in 99% of people over 50. It's lying dormant, breathing, and couldn't reactivate. Shingles strikes as a painful, lingering rash that can last for weeks. At any time. Think you are not at risk for shingles? It's time to wake up. Because shingles could wake up in you. If you're over 50, talk to your doctor or pharmacist about shingles prevention.
An important message for Americans aged 50 to 85.
How was John? Oh, much better. That was the scare. I was thinking about a lot of things, like life insurance. If something happened to either one of us, we really need trouble. Where can we get coverage with John's health problems on a fixed income? Go with the sure thing. Colonial Penn.
Friends have been telling friends about Colonial Penn guaranteed Settler's whole life insurance for more than 50 years. Good reason. If you're feeling for 50 years, Your acceptance is guaranteed because full benefits are not paid in the first 2 years. You don't need a physical exam, and we won't ask about your health. You cannot be turned down. And the price? Options start at $9.95 a month, less than 35 cents a day.
I don't know. What if the price goes up as we get older?
With Colonial Penn, your rate is another sure thing. It will never increase. That's because it comes with something you won't find in other policies. A lifetime rate lock. The rate you start with is the one you keep. Guaranteed. And you should know this coverage can last a lifetime. Some insurance policies end once you reach a certain age. Not this one. As long as you pay your premiums, it's yours for life. Call the number on your screen now, and we'll send you free information by mail. You have nothing to lose, because at Colonial Penn, your satisfaction is another sure thing. Every policy we issue comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you've been thinking about your life insurance to help your family with funeral expenses and other bills you may leave behind, call for free information today. There's no obligation. And you'll receive a free beneficiary plan just for calling.
Same time next week.
Close the gate.
1-800-362-2299 for your free information.
Oh, yeah, it should be one or two.
That's 1-800-362-2299. There's no obligation. 1-800-362-2299. Call now.
Yeah, I told myself the number for one of them. If you can do both, it's better.
Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures and neurological disorders. Protection that lasts
Can you lock the door today and turn on the alarm, please? Okay, and 7 o'clock on Monday.
Milwaukee, Steel,
Yeah.
all the top-rated brands, all run on
Yeah, not the agent,
single
everybody
battery
else.
system, and all come from one source.
Thank you.
What is it about the first 4 days of the season that makes you feel lighter than air? No matter where you are, when it crosses your path, you'll feel compelled to take to the road and see where it leads. The first step begins at the Lincoln Spring Sales Event, going on now for a limited time.
My life used to be so calm and fun until one day. Uh-oh, where'd the phone go? The car is single driving home. You might think you know how to play solitaire. Solitaire Korean hard challenges in a cafe with exciting ways to play. It'll keep you sharp, and it's even better than ordinary solitaire. So, at the end of the day, when you want to unwind, play Solitaire Grand Rapids and explore the new world of solitaire. Download for free.
Hey, we're on the cruise, and that's great, man. Fine, go marry me.
Love in Paradise, April 17th and 8th. HGTV Monday. It's the season finale. Your final challenge can help you score the big win. Let's go!
Oh, no, almost there.
The winner is Rock the Block season finale Monday at 9 on HGTV.
The night Carol Jones tells police her boyfriend, Ken Cole, murdered her best friend, Nancy Gilligan.
I thought Sam was a power on faith.
They believe she is telling the truth. But once Tim decides to start talking, his story turns the whole case upside down.
He started talking to the investigators about a murder that no one knew about, and that being Jesse.
Is this totally out of nowhere about her killing her husband? I didn't know the slightest thing about what he's even referring to. He thought she was real up amongst herself and was going to return the favor, so he starts asking him to take care of him. But then he proceeded to tell us that, 2 months earlier, Carol had asked him, I have a friend that wants to get rid of her husband, but wants to make it look like he died of natural causes. Tim suggests, well, you can put heroin in the insulin and give him that instead.
Jesus.
Basically, gives
Heroin in the
Carol
insulin?
that playbook.
Nigga.
How to get rid of her husband, and also how to fool the police.
That's extreme shit. Okay.
He gets this heroin. He tells
God.
the police how to put it in a shot. She They eject him once the insulin and choose to leave and come back hours later.
That's been crazy. Oh my God, damn. That's how far you went? Jeez.
Jesse was Carol's sport. He
Far
was the
as
money.
hell.
Divorce wasn't the option.
Jeez.
She would lose everything. The nicer house, the nice cars, the money. She didn't want that to all end with a divorce.
Tim's story stunned investigators.
I didn't really see that in her when I spent that first night with her, that she'd be capable of doing something like that.
Tim's claims need to be corroborated, and the first thing investigators need to prove is that Jesse Giles' death was in fact a murder.
I got a call from the detective. I felt it in my soul, my heart, when that phone rung. I knew justice was coming. And he said, Miss Rhymes, we need your permission to dig your father up to do our autopsy. And I told the detective, do what you have to do, and please let me know right away. I wanted justice for my dad.
On November 25th, 1997, Jesse Giles was exhumed from his gravesite and his remains were taken to the Owen County Medical Examiner. The test confirmed Jesse Giles had been injected with heroin.
Yeah.
She put the heroin in his syringe, put it into his body, and it basically caused a heart attack. And my dad actually died slow.
Yeah.
He laid there by himself, dying.
Carol Giles goes from battered witness to cold-blooded killer.
After the arrest is when I found out that Nancy was murdered because the news was on. And then my mom and Tim's picture popped up. I was confused. I didn't understand what was going on, or why my mom would murder Nancy, because I was her friend.
It was her friend. She was her.
Murdered, there was just more confusion in the family. How could Carol do this? Why would you do that? It was really hard on everyone, knowing that it wasn't just a heart attack. She was murdered.
Confronted with the results of Jesse's autopsy, Carol begins telling police a very different story.
Carol makes some admissions that she actually did participate in the killing. And at that point, she just drops her head into her hand and begins crying and says, I can't believe I killed Jesse.
And Carol's admission explains the real reason Nancy Billeter had to be killed.
So, early November of 1997, Tim had taken another trip out to California to see his mother. During that time, Tim and Carol have a telephone conversation. Tim's calling Carol at home, and the bedroom door to Carol's room wasn't shut.
At one point in the conversation, Carol said, "Hi, on the phone."
I'm the one who killed Jesse.
Ooh.
Thought then became that Nancy had overheard that conversation.
Tim grows obsessed over what Nancy might have heard and who she might tell.
I know Nancy, and Nancy would have confronted them. She would have said, what did you do?
I can guarantee if Nancy knew something, she would have gone right to the police. But there's not a 1% chance that she would have kept that secret.
Whether Nancy actually overheard them or not, the twisted lovers concoct a plan to tie up the loose end.
They planned this out. And the minute she walked in the house, that was the end of Nancy's life.
The real reason they were interrogating Nancy was to find out if she had overheard Carol and Tim talking about Jesse's death 2 months before. They proceeded to terrorize her to get her to admit what she heard and who she told.
Tim Collier had Carol inject Nancy with the battery acid to elicit confession. No matter what,
Good Lord.
official cause of death for Nancy Miller was asphyxia. She choked on her own blood.
Next morning, Carol and
I don't see all these shows called Diabolical. Jeez.
then they dispose of the evidence,
Sounds like
including Nancy's body. Tim Collier and Carol Giles are both charged with the first-degree murders of Jesse Giles and Nancy Miller. And when Carol goes to trial, she justifies the rest of her deception as her children watch from the gallery.
Carol Giles actually took the stand and confessed to everything that occurred with the killing of her husband, Jesse.
At that point, once she confesses and says that she did do it, I just wanted to know why. I didn't understand why, because in my mind, you took my dad from me, and then now you're gone.
Hearing Carol confess to murdering my father and no more excuses that she was giving, I was angry. I just didn't know what to do. I felt betrayed. I felt like my best friend just stabbed me in the heart.
Carol's confession under oath seals their fate. She and Tim Collier are both convicted on 2 counts each of first-degree murder. They receive double life sentences with no chance of parole.
I miss growing up with her. Growing old with her. I miss having her again. It's always part of me.
That's crazy, because she was the first one that came running.
I was wondering what she looked like
All
now.
she wanted to do was sex. That's crazy.
But I know she'd be a fun little lady.
For Jesse and Carol's children, there can be no peace with those they once loved and trusted.
My dad was my everything. I want everyone to know that who Jesse Giles was. He was just a wonderful man. Just a loving man to his mother, his sister. And so I, to this day, I don't get it. Why couldn't you come to me and tell me what you were going through?
I love her despite her actions, and I know that what she did was extremely terrible. And for a lot of people, it is unforgivable. But I do know that she knows now what she did was wrong. I wish that she would have thought about my brother and me, and how everything would affect us before she did what she did.
You tissue?
Washington State, a decade of terrifying accidents.
I knew there was something wrong. It just didn't feel right.
There's just this trail of women and victims.
And they have one thing in common.
You don't want to accuse somebody of something so heinous.
Would you have done anything differently?
No, I don't believe so.
But then your gut's telling you he's a pretty gut dude.
But revealing the truth is never easy.
I saw her.
Spin you around.
That's when the blood ran cold. I was panicking. I literally.
All murders
Don't you
are
just love allergy season?
but some are done for.
Allergy season loves you, girl. That's my favorite part. When y'all get to doing that dance. Y'all all do the dance. Y'all be like,
Is the scenic gem of Skamania County, Washington.
Thank you so much, my dear.
Offers leaders a breathtaking view